Hi, welcome to my channel, Love is Blonde. This is Julie. Today I have on a wig that is by far one of the most popular and highest selling wigs, I believe, of all time. It's Editor's Pick by Raquel Welch, and this wig is really a unique piece in that it fits well and goes with and complements almost everyone. No matter what your skin color is, no matter how tall you are, no matter how long your neck is or not, no matter how you usually wear your hair, it really does complement just about everybody. It's really a beautiful style. I think they struck gold when they made this one, and I'm sure that Hair You Wear would agree. They probably are still selling the heck out of this wig. It is just a lovely layered bob. Just barely touches the shoulders on me at its longest, and that's just a good length probably overall for a lot of people. But there's just something about the style. It's got these gentle waves in it. There's some layers that it just really does go with every face shape and everybody. So I wanted one for a really long time, and I got this one. Now, this is not new. I could never afford this in its brand new glory, I'm afraid, even at the best sale, because it runs just under $400. And that's just for the regular one. There is Editor's Pick Elite, which is a 100% hand-tied cap. That one is quite a bit more. Because it's hand-tied. I haven't tried that one on even, so I couldn't give you any opinions on it, but this one just has a mono top. It has a very nice lace front. It goes temple to temple. Well, they call it temple to temple. It goes, well, pretty close, almost to that little headache spot, you know. I'll show you a picture of this lace front, but bear in mind this is not a new wig. Matter of fact, this wig, I did not even buy it secondhand. A lovely, kind, generous wig sister, who I guess I'll have to remain, who will have to remain unnamed, gifted me this one because she felt she couldn't sell it because of the condition that it's in. Which she's probably right. It would have been hard to sell. But when I bought her other Editor's Pick, which she has never worn, it's in the box still with the tags on it, and she sold them to me for a great price. And then she threw this one in for free. I mean, it's by far the best deal I've ever gotten on a wig. Except for those of you who are getting them for nothing. It was a very pleasant surprise, and I have been really happy with this purchase. This has just been fabulous. But let me show you that lace front. And this, I mean, Raquel Welch, they say, is known for her lace fronts. And if you tried to put your finger on exactly why, you may not really be able to figure it out, except that she puts a little bit of highlight for us blonde wearers in the front of a rooted wig, which really makes it, just gives it that little pop of salon quality that you would expect in natural hair, a natural salon job. This is shaded Biscuit, by the way, which is probably the most popular Raquel Welch color. It's just a beautiful blonde. It's neutral. I don't think it's really particularly golden or ashy, or maybe just a mix of the two, with the dark root, and then the highlights really are where she scores on her colors, and this one is no exception. Absolutely beautiful wig. I really, really love it. Now this one is a little bit, like I mentioned, it's a little dry. Matter of fact, I don't want to, and I don't think I can really run a comb through it, not even a wide tooth comb, because, you know, the ends, it would probably stretch them out, which is something you always want to avoid. I'm going to work with it a little bit. I'm going to put it in probably a good conditioner, you know, and let it soak in it for a few hours in a really good silicone conditioner. See if that helps, if I can maybe get some of the knots out. But just looking at it like a normal person would look at you, not in your face and not their nose on your head, would never know the difference really. It just holds up its beauty, I guess you could say, because of the way that it's made and the style that it is. So this is my new favorite, Editor's Pick in Shaded Biscuit. I am sitting today, but I'm still going to try to show you the back. I think you'll see how pretty it is all the way around. Really, really nice. You know, it doesn't get caught in anything. It's just right above the collar. It's not really above the collar, but it's far enough away from it that it doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. Can't feel it on my neck. I don't have to keep pushing it back. You know, it's just great right where it is. Which is probably another reason this wig is so popular. It just really is a nice one. And I would definitely buy another one. I think I would never buy the hand-tied cap because that's just way out of my price range. And realistically, even if you're going to spend $200 or $300 on a wig, I think it needs to last at least a year. I mean, that's just common sense to me, and I know that these don't. They don't, because these fibers do tend to dry out, and they do tend to frizz a little. So, you know, it kind of puts you in a little bit of a quandary. Do I really want to spend the money for something that's not necessarily going to last that long? For some people, it's not an issue, and my hat's off to them, but for me, it is. So that just really expounds my gratitude to this lovely wig sister who threw this in as a bonus when I bought this one. And I'm going to show you this one too. The color is, I had to look twice, you know, it's called short-term memory loss. Pale Golden Honey. And it is not really far from this one, but it is different. And I'm going to show you the differences. And there's a little bit of difference too in the style. Like we all know that wigs tend to you can buy two of the same wig and it's not going to be identical. They're like snowflakes. You know, everyone's different even if they're very similar. But I'll show you some of the differences too. And okay, I will put her on. You know what? Before I put her on, I'll show you the cap. And this one, like I said, is brand new. I cut the tags off because, yeah, I'm keeping her. Here's her color. It's really a pretty blonde too, and it's got, it's slightly darker, a little bit like the honey. It talks about honey in the name, and that's a good description of the base color. But it's just highlighted so beautifully, just so beautifully. See if you can kind of see the difference in the color. The numbers on this one are 1688, and that 16 is in the honey family, and then 88 of course goes more towards the platinum, and it's often used as a highlight color in wigs. And beautiful. Just the curls, they're just lovely, lovely, lovely. Inside of the cap. See, I remembered. Okay, I'm going to turn her inside out so we can do this right. Here is the mono top. Here is the mono top. And that very beautiful lace front. And one thing about these lace fronts, they are the best of any, I think. And a lot of people will agree with me that Raquel Welch does the best lace fronts. But they are not unscratchy. They are scratchy, unfortunately. But that's kind of goes with the territory. I'll take looks, you know, over comfort any day because I'm female. And then you have just a little covered crown area. The rest is all open wefting. And the bottom, it has an extended nape. And I don't know about anybody else, but I find when the nape, even if it's extended just a little bit, it makes it feel, I don't know how to put it, like it's more expensive. It's just, it fits better. It feels more solid on your head. And also it has these Velcro adjusters, which is pretty much the favorite amongst most people. And just nicely built. I mean, it's built very well. All right, let's wear it. Ah, you know, it's like you just plop it on your head and immediately you feel luxury. Ear tabs. I mean, I didn't talk about those yet today. They're bendable and they're covered with just wonderful cushiony fabric. It feels really good to the touch, and they stay right there where you put them. I'll bet that's why they call them stays. Okay, and I'll adjust my top here, and voila, she's on. Now, for somebody who likes to wear bangs because of this, I still love Editor's Pick, and I could manipulate these down. We've got a little piece here that kind of wants to fall, but I could trim them, you know, and have more of a bang bang, but I don't want to. I just love it the way it is. You can see how they did the highlights in this one too. It's really accentuated around the face and into that lace front. And every time I wear Editor's Pick at home, my husband goes, "That looks so real. That looks so real." And having been a hairdresser for 32 years, he knows natural hair when he sees it, I hope. Anyway, this is she, and she is pretty. I'll show you the back of her as well, in my very undignified fashion. You gotta stick with what you're good at. That's what I always say. Right. I just love her. Just love her. So comfortable, so pretty. I feel dressed up. But at the same time, you can just throw this on with jeans and a sweatshirt if you want to. It doesn't lend itself to, you know, people say, "Oh, I have my updo hair, and I have my summer hair, my fall hair, my winter hair, my this hair, my that hair," and this does everything. It does everything. The only reason I think that it is not the wig I would buy and wear 365 days a year is the price and the fact that the fibers don't last. That is just heartbreaking to me, and I really, really wish the manufacturer would address that, because other people that make heat-defiant wigs, which this is heat-defiant, have better fibers. I think Beltress has better fibers. I've heard, I haven't seen one or touched it, but I've heard that Belle Madame has wonderful fibers that don't tangle. Now that, I'd like to see. Maybe someday. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you what I got. I just was so excited about this purchase. It's been the best one by far I've ever made. Buying wigs secondhand, and there's of course many different wig sites on Facebook that sell wigs, and Flip Your Wig is probably the most popular, and there's a holy host of them. But I think Flip Your Wig probably does pretty much almost all synthetic, and the kind of wigs that we buy, those of us who are followers of like Beauty Nook and Wig Wisdom, and some of those other wig groups. Anyway, it's probably the most popular. I watch it every day. You know, you have to be really careful. I've had probably 2 or 3 times I have been, I just don't want to say duped, but I was sold an inferior product than what I thought it was, because you can't really photograph the touch. You can't photograph, you know, sometimes the frizz won't come out if it's frizzy. You just can't really capture the product that you are not able to hold in your hands or put on your head. So you may not know what you're getting. If you're super familiar with the brand, then yeah, you kind of know what you're getting, but you still don't know the condition. So it's a, you know, it's kind of a crapshoot. But, and this is an example of a really loving, kind, honest wig sister, you know. She put this up, she put it up at a very, very reasonable price. And then you know, in our discussion, she said she had this other one that she was just going to toss. And I said, toss it to me. And she did. Oh, she was so happy to. Matter of fact, she suggested just giving it to me, and I was so happy. So, you know, when sellers kind of create their own reputation too, you know, I buy anything from her. And there's another wig sister too that I bought many wigs from, and I know they are exactly what I'm seeing in that picture, and I don't have to worry. And I'm so glad she's a blonde. Oh. But anyway, yeah, be careful when you buy secondhand. But it's a great way to get a wig, because you just, most of us are not made out of money, and we're in some serious economic hard times right now. So we got to be more careful with our money. And I understand, you know, frugality in many, many different areas of life. So I appreciate being able to buy secondhand. Just be careful, and don't. If you have doubts about a product or a wig, steer away from it, because you might be disappointed and you can't get your money back. So, you know, and on the flip side, I can understand why sellers, you buy a wig brand new and you don't like it. Well, maybe you can return it, maybe you can't. They'll charge you a fee if you do, maybe they won't. But anyway, you know, you're not going to get your money back. And I think that when they put a secondhand wig up, I'm calling it secondhand, but it may be even a new one which still has the tags on it, because they don't like it. They want their money back, and I can understand that. The problem is you can't get your money back. You're going to take a loss a little bit one way or the other, because why would I pay full price for a wig that someone else has already bought when I can just order my own in my own color and not have to fool around with taking the risk? So there you have it. That's my wig buying 101 class. Leave me notes in the bottom, okay? See how I did. So here she is, editor's pick. This is my beautiful pale golden honey color. And of course, shaded biscuit, which is the absolute favorite Raquel Welch blonde, I think. And with good reason. I mean, she does her colors beautifully. She does her lace front beautifully. I mean, really, they're top notch. They're top notch, except the fibers. And it's just like so frustrating. But that's that. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me and looking at these wigs with me. I can't wait to see what you've got too. So I'll be on all my followees. Yeah, I'm on my followees all the time too to see what they've got. And well, we appreciate each other. We're doing a great job. Well, we appreciate each other. We're doing a great job. So that's that. And here comes my husband, who's ruining my video. But I have a cure for that. Oh, wait. Oh, it's not legal. Yeah, it was on Dateline.
What's he doing?
Would it commit?
No.
Bye. I'm done.